What's good, YouTube? It's Nas, and we back with another video. Road to 900 subscribers, of course, 4-way, so subscribe. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the Game 7 that just finished. And I'm recording this right now, usually, because I'm going to be going home tomorrow, so I might be dropping this early, in which 76ers have completed the comeback down 3-1 and won this game, in which a game where Joel Embiid basically dominated basically all four quarters and Tyrese Maxey took them home, in which the Boston Celtics came storming back, in which they were down, like 18 points, in which it looked like this game was totally over in the third quarter until the Boston Celtics made a fourth quarter run and obviously made this game salvageable. And for Joel Embiid, everybody talks about his heart. Does he want to play basketball? He's injury prone, all that. And Joel Embiid got injured like 3 times tonight, came back and still was playing throughout, obviously, him banging knees so many times. And Joel Embiid tonight, he finished with 34 points, 12 rebounds, and 6 assists to end the Boston Celtics season, in which a successful Boston season, but the number 2 seed falls to the 7th seed in the 76ers. And a lot of people had confidence in this Celtics team. Again, there was no Jason Tatum tonight, so obviously it's a lot to grab there, but I do think it was ultimately the right decision to sit out Jason Tatum from himself from potentially getting another injury. But Tyrese Maxey, obviously, he had a great game. 30 points, 11 rebounds, and 7 assists. There was just no answer to stop Maxey and Embiid, the duo. Paul George, another decent game. 13 points, 5 of 10 from the field, 3 for 5 from the three-point line. VJ Edgecombe just seems to play better in Boston. 23 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. And now they advance to play the New York Knicks in a rematch from 2024, in which it should be an interesting series talking about that a little bit later. But I'm going to get to the Boston Celtics side of things because now they are eliminated, the 2nd seed to lose back-to-back years. First, it was the Rockets versus the Warriors. The Warriors eliminated the Rockets, and now the 76ers eliminate the Boston Celtics in a successful NBA season for the Celtics. Nobody expected them to be a top 3 seed, and for them to be so ranked and so favored to go to the finals. Now I feel like anybody to go to the finals. Like, if the Pistons were to lose Game 7, in which I don't think happens, I would say it's up for grabs. Like, I don't think I would have full confidence in the New York Knicks getting into the finals. I'm just going to keep it 1,000. That's just my opinion. Maybe y'all have confidence in the Knicks. I don't know, but that's just me. But tonight, Jaylen Brown had 33 points, 9 rebounds, and it really wasn't a good Jaylen Brown game. Like, I know the box score might say it, but it was just obviously a lot of isolation ball, and it was a lot of the Celtics not being in rhythm, in which he started out the game really bad. Yes, he managed to salvage it in the fourth quarter and somewhat through the second quarter. It was just not a good type of game if you want to win for the Boston Celtics. Derek White finally shows up, in which the last game of the season, and he showed up in which he didn't even show up in the second half. Like, Derek White was playing phenomenally, right? But he finished with 26 points on 26 shots. Like, if you were watching tonight, you were like, oh, shit, Derek White is back. And then second half, he just completely goes cold. Yes, I get it. He had a blister on his hand, and he just couldn't perform anymore. 5 of 16 from the field. Overall, Keita, he came off the bench 17 and 12. Great game. Payton Pritchard, 13 off the bench, 39 minutes. Sam Hauser, 11 points. Just obviously, Joe Mazzulla switched up the starting lineup, but it was just not enough. So I do wonder what's next for this Boston Celtics team, because we realized throughout this playoff run, or throughout these 7 games, or even throughout 5 games, we realized there's not enough talent on the Boston Celtics. And I do think the Knicks would have won the next round, again, if they rematched from last year and this year. So obviously, you having Jason Tatum does outweigh the bad, I guess. But when you look at what's going to happen with the Boston Celtics next season, I don't know. Because obviously, Keita is a good center, but when you talk about defense, there was nothing Keita can do on Joel Embiid on one knee. And we already know not a lot of players in the NBA can guard Joel Embiid. So it's not like I'm disrespecting Keita, but it's like all 3 of their centers were useless. Vucevic didn't even get minutes. He didn't even get burned. Like, when Garza and Keita were in foul trouble in the third quarter, they didn't even look at Vucevic. He just threw small ball and said, Jaylen Brown, fuck it, go get him. Hugo Gonzalez, go get him. And I just don't know if that was planned. I don't see Vucevic being back on this team. I don't know what's next for Nikola Vucevic, but it won't be in the Boston Celtics jersey. It just doesn't look like that will be the case. But I don't know. Like, when we're talking about this Celtics season, I can't help but say it was successful. Obviously, Jaylen Brown was an MVP candidate. He didn't look like one tonight, but he was an MVP candidate. And obviously leading this team with Jason Tatum being out till March. And he obviously showed he can play that number one option if he was potentially to get traded. And I don't think they're going to trade him at all. I think he's a Celtic for life. But I'm saying if they were open to it, it'd probably be interesting. But next, I'm probably going to highlight the Knicks versus the Sixers series. And when we look at Knicks-Sixers, right, and we look at the game plan, like we look at, obviously, if I was a New York Knicks fan, this was probably the worst matchup we were to play. But obviously, if you're a Knicks fan, you would still have the utmost confidence in your team getting back to the conference finals. And obviously, they would be the favorites. But you can't count out the 76ers team. Like, with Embiid, I tried to tell y'all when they first got healthy and when Paul George first returned, they are a finals contending team. And a lot of y'all laughed saying Sixers finals, come on. But obviously, it's really hard to ignore that right now, the way they play basketball. Like, you can't stop their exciting young guards when obviously VJ Edgecombe has it going, and Tyrese Maxey, an all-star in this league, is very hard to stop once he's in front of you because his first step has been dangerous since he came in the league. Obviously, his three-point shot when it's rolling, one of the best players in the league, and he is going to be in conversations for the best point guard in the league. I won't go that far. I'm not going to overreact, but Maxey really did look good in these last couple games and when they needed him, in which obviously getting to the nitty and gritty, Paul George being a god amongst role players now, him playing his role perfectly, coming off those screens and just pulling that bit, being the best three-point shooter on the team. He was shooting 60% from the three in this series. Just overall, just a great Paul George series from what you want to see. And obviously getting to the nitty and gritty, Joel Embiid. Like, I do think it will be tough to stop, but Mitchell Robinson needs burn on Joel Embiid. He was the only one we've seen in 2024 that can actually tame him a little bit. But when you look at the New York Knicks side of the things, Jalen Brunson is going to have to guard. I think we were all accustomed to seeing that in Atlanta. There was an option for Jalen Brunson to not guard. But obviously on this 76ers team, they can all shoot. They can all put it on the dribble. And really the only liabilities in their 8-man rotation is right now Oubre and Andre Drummond. So I just don't know what you say to that. But overall, this should be an interesting series more. And it starts on, what's today? It starts on Monday, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it starts on Monday. They only get a 1-day break. So I'm interested to see how those games would look. And if y'all a Celtics fan, let me know how y'all feel about y'all season, how y'all feel about y'all season coming to an end. And if you're a Sixers fan, how much confidence do you have going into the Garden on game 1 of the Eastern Conference semis? So y'all let me know how y'all felt about this game 7 tonight. And this is crazy because this is my last video in this room, my last video in college because I'm going home, summer break, obviously. But honestly, when we look at that 76ers Celtics game, I just do think there was no personnel and they were not ready for Joel Embiid. Like, since he came back, I get it. The first game that he came back, they lost, and we was talking about how, or not even we, like a lot of people were talking about how this Joel Embiid messes up the Sixers rhythm or something like shit like that. And I just thought Joel Embiid is needed for easy buckets, and look what he did the last 3 games to propel them to the second round. Maybe I'm a genius, I don't know, but when you look at what happened on the last 3 games and the Celtics obviously choking a 3-1 lead, it's not what you want to see. But it's great for Joel Embiid's legacy now because he's 4 games away from finally getting to his first conference finals. But y'all let me know how y'all felt about game 7 below. My bad if the lighting looks a little fucked up. My roommate already back. He already left, so I got to use the room light. So y'all let me know down below. Subscribe. What's good, y'all? If y'all made it to the end of the video, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And there's a video right here. I'm pretty sure you're gonna like it if you like this one. And the channel icon's right there if you want to just check out the channel in general. And yeah, leave a like too, because it really helps the algorithm push me out. And yeah, I appreciate y'all for watching this video nonetheless.